Welcome back to my favorite video that I do. This is the video where I actually show what I invested into last month. Then we'll go through an entirely new list of cards and products that I'm trying to invest into this month. So that way we are all collecting and investing together. I'm never going to tell you to buy something that I wouldn't actually buy myself. And we are going to do a little giveaway today for a subscriber and for a member. I'll show the cards here in a minute. And I do have to announce the winner from last Sunday's giveaway, and it is at Brayus. So just shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. But before we get started, we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is BCW. These guys are one of the goats in the hobby, and they've been around forever. I've been using them for my cards and comics for a very long time, but they got stuff for comics, cards, gaming, memorabilia, coins and currency, music, photos. They are the best when it comes to protecting, storing, and displaying your cards and collectibles. But yeah, they have hundreds of different products when it comes to trading card supplies, especially too if you have your own TCG player or eBay store, or if you're just trying to organize your bulk. They have so many different products when it comes to storage. Like I just picked up the new 6-drawer card catalog in white. These things are super cool because they can actually stack on top of each other and to the side where they actually latch and stuff. So you can create an entire wall. Yeah, I just picked it up. It's super clean. And I like it because it's pretty heavy duty. They're not just super cheap plastic. But yeah, definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. And then too, if you use the code PokeBeard at checkout, you receive 10% off your entire order. So definitely check them out. But all right, let's start off with the giveaway cards. All you have to do to be entered is make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, leave a like, and then I want you to comment your favorite mythical Pokemon. And like I said, we're going to have 2 winners today, one for a subscriber, one for a member. So a subscriber gets the Arctobacks, same with the member. And then we got the Frigibax that goes with it. And then we got the Oricorio from Crown Zenith. And then one person gets a Hydrapple, and the other person gets the Yanma from Destined Rivals. All right, let's get into it. So we got a couple little collectibles here from Ready to Print 3D. We got a super sweet Suicune Pokeball. This thing is sick. We got a Snorlax ball. And then this is my daughter's favorite already. She's been playing with it as soon as I pulled it out of the box. And then they also got some super nice magnets, which my daughter, again, is going to absolutely love these things. So thank you for sending that. All right, next we got some cards. Suicune in the background. So we got Pokemon Center ETB. This is Thundurus. We got the Tornadus. And we got the Iron Thorns. So I got 3 more Pokemon Center ETB promos. Now, this is not Pokemon, but Marvel has a Topps set. This is their 2nd year doing it. And honestly, it's pretty cool. They got a ton of numbered cards, but there's like, 1 of 1s that are worth thousands of dollars. And they have like 5 of 5s. They have 10 of 10s. 25 out of 25, gold 50s, stuff like that. So I just picked up a few characters that I kind of liked in a 10 that I found that were a pretty good deal. Because, I mean, you got to think there's only 10 of these in the world. I'm not going to go crazy, but I kind of like how the black ones look. And then, like I said, it's out of 10. So we got the Wasp, Crossbones, Baron Zemo, Hercules, Luke Cage, and MODOK. So for the 10s, I'd say the cheapest you're going to find is like $50. A lot of these ones were between like $60 to $100. And then they have actually some really cool ones with some claw marks in there that actually have like holes in there. I might pick a couple of those up. But like I said, I'm not going to go crazy. I just thought it was pretty cool. And I love stuff that is numbered. Like a lot of my art and statues and stuff is numbered. So, getting stuff like that, that's official from Topps, that's numbered that low for that cheap. Figured it wasn't too bad. Next, we got the Giratina V. I did kind of a deal when I was vending for this card. So I got it for a pretty good deal. Now, I do already have one, but this is one of the best cards in the era, and I just feel like it's a good idea to have maybe another backup just in case it goes even crazier. Then someone sent me some custom cards, which are also numbered. 1 of 1. Pretty sweet. I think it says Edgar S. So we got the Arcanine. We got a Squirtle, which is pretty sweet. Again, 1 of 1. Then we got the Articuno. So thank you for sending those out. Next, we have a PSA 10 EV Pokemon Center Stamp promo. Now, look at the price. $375. I think I got it for like $340. And honestly, wait till you see the price. I'll show you here in a few minutes of what it's going for now. And this was literally just like 2 weeks ago. And then someone at the card show didn't get their name, but they just came up and handed me this Chinese exclusive Radiant Venusaur. I think it goes for like maybe $30, $40, or $50 on eBay. I can't really remember. But pretty cool. I think the art's sick. If you really look at the background, it's nice. And the Radiants really pop on the Chinese side. They also have a Chinese exclusive Blastoise and Eevee if you guys are into Radiant cards, which I feel like they're pretty slept on. All right, that is it for the cards. We're going to check out the sealed products now. So I got one White Flare and one Black Bolt booster bundle. Got that from the Pokemon Center website. I picked up another Black Bolt and White Flare Pokemon Center ETB. This is my third set. Then I got 3 of the Chinese Gem Pack Volume 2 booster boxes. These things are very nice looking, very affordable too. I think I got mine for like $45 each. I think they're around 50 or maybe 60 on the secondary market. And then I did get a Sword and Shield booster box. Very nice Brilliant Stars. I got this right before it shot up about 2 weeks ago. So very, very happy about that. I do have quite a few of these Brilliant Stars. I just love the set. We got Evolutions in the Trainer Gallery, and then we got Charizards as your chase. So you really cannot go wrong there. And my last 2 boxes that I picked up were 2 Japanese Glory of Team Rocket booster boxes. I did a little trade for some cards for these. I definitely want to get a bunch more. On the Japanese side, 151 in Glory of Team Rocket. I feel like it's a no-brainer. But all right, let's check out the new list of cards and products that I'm trying to invest into next month. But all right, let's get into it. So we got the illustration rares. There are so many beautiful illustration rares now for dirt cheap. So I'm definitely going to start picking up a bunch of these that I need. I just got a nice little lot on eBay. It had about 40 illustration rares, and I probably needed 30 of them. So I love getting those lots because then I can also sell those 10 that I didn't need, which helps pay for, the rest of the cards. Because, I got it on auction. I got it for a pretty good deal. So I'm definitely going to be doing that because there's so many awesome $1, $2, $3 illustration rares now. So there's lots of cards that we need to collect if you're getting every illustration rare. And then same exact thing with the special illustration rares. The lot also came with like 4 special illustration rares that I needed. So it was a perfect lot. Those are my favorite things in all of Pokemon to find. When you just find that perfect little collection where you basically need everything in it. But yeah, tons of awesome cards that are, $5, $10, $15. Basically the price of any booster pack right now. But yeah, whenever I can pick up a card for the exact same price as a booster pack, I'm going to pick up the card every time. But now this is more for my personal collection. The next couple cards we're going to talk about is more investment. Now, I already have them raw for my personal collection, so I'm talking in a PSA 10 now. And that is the Japanese exclusive tag team Umbreon and Darkrai. This thing is sick, and like I said, it's a Japanese exclusive. Now it says $299, buy it now. That's a little high. You can find it around 200-ish, maybe 250. If you're lucky, 150. But it has a pretty low pop. It's not really tough to grade. There's just not very many of them graded. There's only about 1,500 graded and about 1,100 in the 10. So like I said, pretty easy to grade. Super cool card. I loved Umbreon in here. Just looks adorable. Now we got the rainbow versions. Now I know some people don't like rainbow cards, but these are literally the best rainbows we've ever gotten in Pokemon history. And then too, Umbreon just looks adorable on there. And like I said, Japanese exclusive, somewhat of a low pop. I think it's just an awesome card. And you can find this card for around $300. $350 is a little high, but it is getting tougher and tougher to find. There's barely any of these on eBay. So I am definitely going to pick up a couple of these in a PSA 10. I think they're just so cool. Next, we have the Chinese art rares. Some of them are pretty affordable. I mean, the Leafeon here, $255. Not too bad. This one went for $448. That's kind of crazy. And they just announced a new Gem Pack Volume 3. This is Volume 2 with the Evolutions. And I'll put up some of the cards here. They got the Gengar, I think the Cubone, Enemy Out, and a couple others. So they are continuing with these awesome Chinese exclusives. The only worry that I ever have is that maybe one day English reprints them. You never know. I guess anything is possible. So I'm just trying to, stick with the cheaper ones. So hopefully the new set that comes out is very affordable. The sealed boxes are very, very affordable. I'm definitely going to be picking up more of those too. Next, Pokemon Center ETB promos. As you've seen, I picked up a few of them already. I'm going to be grabbing them whenever anybody brings them to my table when I'm vending. I don't vend a ton, but, once a month. And then if I ever see a big lot or anything like that on eBay, or maybe even Facebook Marketplace or something, but I can't stand going on Facebook Marketplace right now for buying Pokemon cards. I'm going to be picking these up constantly. Next, PSA 10s. Now, a bunch of them just shot up the last few days. Now, you saw the price of the Eevee that I picked up. Now check out what it's going for. And this literally was just a few days after. $750, $850, $750, $760. I mean, this thing basically doubled after I bought it, which is wild. But yeah, if I see any of these for a good deal, like I said, they're a little expensive right now, so I'm not going to buy everyone constantly because they do get pretty spendy. But if I can get, one of these cards for under $200, like the Noctowl here, I feel like that's pretty decent. Next, we have the actual Pokemon Center ETBs. So a lot of times when people bring these to sell at shows and stuff, they got dents and, tears. So if I see any clean ones, I'm going to start picking them up. just looking for super clean ones, because you'll be shocked when you start really looking at a lot of these ETBs and you'll find little dents and stuff, and it just sucks to have to sell those in the future. And same thing with the Sword and Shield booster boxes. If I see any of these that are super minty, I'm definitely going to be grabbing them. Next, we have regular ETBs for Sword and Shield. I'm still going to stay away from a lot of the Scarlet and Violet Arrow ones because you can still find them in stores sometimes. You know, Twilight Masquerade just got a little reprint. Now it's around 70. That's getting cheaper. Surging Sparks is around 70. So maybe if they get a little bit cheaper, around $60, then I'd start thinking about picking them up on the secondary market. But like I said, I can still find a lot of these in stores. And I'd probably pick up the older ones first anyways. The ones that are less likely to get reprinted. But I'm definitely going to be looking for clean Sword and Shield ETBs, even though I have a ton of them already. But if I find a really minty one, I'm grabbing it. And last on the list, we have Celebrations. Now, the regular ETB is coming down in price, and a lot of the other stuff is leveling out, but I'm going to be picking up any of this stuff, especially if they bring it to my table when I'm vending, because it's definitely going to pop off again for the 30th anniversary. I think a lot of these little boxes that are, you know, $70, $80 could definitely really pop off. You know, stuff like the Lantis Charizard V, which was basically $60 3 months ago, is now selling for around $80 to $90. So it really hasn't gone up that much yet, and it can definitely go up a lot higher. So I'm definitely going to be picking up a lot of these ones. But all right, that's what I'm trying to pick up this month. Let me know down below what you guys are trying to pick up. And then also make sure you guys comment your favorite mythical Pokemon to be entered into that giveaway. And then, of course, if you guys like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like. And then, too, if you guys want to support more, you can check out my Instagram, my TikTok, or my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you guys want to watch my last Pokemon Falling Friday, which was a pretty good one, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.